Hello and welcome back to Who Died Today. Today's tribute is a heartfelt remembrance of Hollywood and entertainment icons who left us on November 14th, or recently. These aren't just stars, they're legends who redefined film, theater, and sports with a fierce dedication to their crafts and lives full of passion. From unforgettable cowboy roles that took audiences on daring adventures to dramatic performances that delved into the deepest emotions, these figures left an imprint that resonates to this day. Each story reflects not just fame, but resilience facing personal battles, overcoming setbacks, and pushing boundaries to achieve greatness. If their lives and legacies inspire or move you, please give this video a thumbs up in their honor. Your support helps keep their memories alive and allows us to continue sharing the stories of those who paved the way for generations. Thank you for joining us, and let's celebrate the legacies of these unforgettable icons. 5. Bud Harrelson, the baseball icon who fought until the end. Bud Harrelson, born on June 6, 1944, in Niles, Fremont, California, was destined to be a legend on the baseball diamond. From the moment he first held a bat, his father would recall, Bud had a fire in his eyes that nothing could extinguish. As a boy, he spent hours perfecting his swing in the backyard, dreaming of the day he'd play in the big leagues. That dream became a reality when he joined the New York Mets, eventually becoming an integral part of their iconic 1969 World Series winning team. But the glory didn't come easily. Bud's career was defined by hard work and resilience, especially given his small stature for a baseball player. Teammates would fondly remember him as the scrappiest guy on the field, a player who gave his all every single game. His infamous altercation with Pete Rose during the 1973 National League Championship Series is a testament to his indomitable spirit. In that moment, as he stood toe-to-toe with Rose, Bud became a symbol of courage for Mets fans everywhere. Reflecting on that day years later, Bud said, "I was never the biggest guy, but I always believed I could be the toughest." Off the field, Bud was a devoted husband and father. His marriage to his second wife, Kim, was filled with love, laughter, and quiet moments away from the spotlight. But life took a difficult turn when Bud was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in his later years. The once vibrant, always smiling man slowly began to fade, and it was Kim who became his pillar of strength. She stayed by his side, holding his hand through the fog of his illness, often whispering stories from their past to bring him back, even if just for a moment. Baseball was his life, but we were his heart, Kim once said in an interview, her eyes welling with tears. Bud's final years were a testament to the power of love and dedication. He passed away on January 11, 2024, at the age of 79 in East Northport, New York. As tributes poured in from fans and players alike, it became clear that Bud's impact went far beyond the field. His legacy lives on not just in the record books, but in the hearts of those who knew him. 4. Johnny Mack Brown, the cowboy who defined a generation. Johnny Mack Brown, born on September 1, 1904, in Dothan, Alabama, grew up in a world that was simpler, but not without its challenges. As a young boy, Johnny dreamed of being a football star, not a movie star. His talent on the gridiron eventually led him to the University of Alabama, where he became a national sensation, leading his team to victory in the 1926 Rose Bowl. But as fate would have it, Hollywood came calling, and Johnny traded in his cleats for cowboy boots. Johnny became an instant heartthrob, starring in over 160 films, most of them westerns. He was the cowboy every boy wanted to be, and every girl swooned over. But behind the scenes, Johnny struggled to reconcile his fame with his deep desire for a simple, private life. "All I ever wanted was to be a good husband and father," he confided to a friend, "but Hollywood kept pulling me away." He married his high school sweetheart, Connie Foster, and their love was the anchor that kept him grounded through the tumultuous waves of stardom. Johnny and Connie had 4 children, and he would often leave the set early just to make it home in time to tuck them into bed. Yet, as the Western genre faded in the 1950s, Johnny's star began to dim. He found himself taking smaller roles, often feeling like Hollywood had moved on without him. Despite his fading fame, Johnny remained humble. In one of his last interviews, he said, "I may not have been the biggest star, but I did my best to be the best man." When Johnny passed away on November 14, 1974, at the age of 70 in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, it marked the end of an era. The cowboy who had captured America's heart was gone, but the legend he created on screen lived on. 3. Eddie Bracken, the comedic actor who knew the power of laughter. Born on February 7, 1915, in Astoria, New York, Eddie Bracken was known for making audiences laugh, even as he quietly battled his own struggles behind the scenes. As a child, Eddie had a tough upbringing. His family was poor, and he often used humor to escape the harsh realities of life. That humor eventually brought him to Hollywood, where he starred in iconic films like The Miracle of Morgan's Creek and Hail the Conquering Hero. But while Eddie's smile lit up the screen, those who knew him best could see the sadness in his eyes. He gave the world laughter, but carried so much sadness in his heart, his wife Connie Nickerson once said. Eddie married Connie early in his career, and she became his constant companion, helping him navigate the fickle world of Hollywood. In his later years, Eddie faced a career slump. Studios stopped calling, and the once beloved star found himself struggling to make ends meet. Despite this, Eddie never lost his sense of humor. He would often perform impromptu comedy routines for friends and neighbors, just to see them smile. His philosophy was simple: if I can make one person laugh, then it's been a good day. Eddie's comeback in the 1980s with films like National Lampoon's Vacation reminded the world of his genius. He passed away on November 14, 2002, at the age of 87 in Glen Ridge, New Jersey. Even in his final days, Eddie never lost his ability to make those around him laugh. His daughter once shared, the last thing he did was tell a joke. He left us laughing. 2. Anouk Aimée, the enigmatic muse of French cinema. Anouk Aimée, born on April 27, 1932, in Paris, France, was more than just a beautiful face. She was a force of nature in the world of cinema. Her performances in Dolce, Vita, and A Man and a Woman earned her international acclaim, making her one of the most sought-after actresses of her time. Anouk's personal life was filled with drama and passion, much like the character she portrayed on screen. Married 4 times, her most publicized union was with British actor Albert Finney, known for his role in Tom Jones. Their marriage was as intense as it was brief, filled with fiery passion that often made headlines. Anouk's other relationships were equally tumultuous, each marked by a blend of romance and heartbreak. Despite her personal challenges, Anouk remained dedicated to her craft. She once said, "Acting is not about being seen, it's about seeing yourself." This philosophy drove her to choose roles that challenged her, allowing her to explore the depths of human emotion. She won multiple awards, including a Golden Globe and a BAFTA, solidifying her status as a cinematic legend. Anouk Aimée passed away on June 18, 2024, at the age of 92 in Paris, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances that will continue to inspire generations of actors and filmmakers. 1. Donald Sutherland, the fearless actor who defied convention. Donald Sutherland, born on July 17, 1935, in St. John, Canada, was one of the most versatile actors Hollywood has ever seen. From iconic roles in Mass H and Invasion of the Body Snatchers to Ordinary People and The Hunger Games, Sutherland's career spanned more than 6 decades. Known for his intense on-screen presence, Donald was also a man of deep convictions. His marriage to French-Canadian actress Shirley Douglas was marked by love, political activism, and mutual respect. Shirley, a fervent advocate for social justice, often pulled Donald into her world of activism. This involvement occasionally caused friction with Hollywood, especially during the Vietnam War era, when his outspoken views put him at odds with powerful industry figures. Despite the controversies, Donald's fearless approach to his career paid off. He won multiple awards, including a Primetime Emmy, a Golden Globe, and an honorary Oscar in 2017. In his acceptance speech, Donald emotionally dedicated the award to his late wife, Shirley, who had passed away in 2020. "To act is to live many lives," he said, "but the best role I ever had was being your husband." Sutherland passed away on June 20, 2024, at the age of 88 in Miami, Florida, leaving behind a legacy that transcends generations. His performances continue to inspire young actors to this day, reminding them to be fearless in their craft. These legends all died on the same day, November 14th, lived lives filled with passion, triumph, and heartbreak. Each of them left a unique legacy that continues to resonate in their respective fields. They taught us that greatness comes not just from talent, but from resilience, love, and the courage to be true to oneself. As Donald Sutherland once said, "The moment you stop questioning the world, you stop living." Let us remember these icons for their unwavering spirit and the mark they left on the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this tribute moving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And remember, the legacies of these legends live on in the stories we tell. Rest in peace, and thank you for the memories.